There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to be easy.
Can we do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy?
She hasn't got the energy.
No. Too much to do.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. Creepy.
It feels wrong.
It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks.
There he is.
There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house.
Find
He's
him.
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air.
Where's it going? Keep going. How do I find it? It's just a
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
just one test.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It wasn't one spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
The bridge. It's broken.
Fix it.
You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it?
You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed.
You must. You have to get to the house. You have to find Dillian.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Up the tower.
You have to go to the top.
The tower. That's it.
You did it. She did it.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle. You found a way.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
Quick. What now?
You can see it. A line to the truth. The bridge.
She did it.
Did it? You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded. vanish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Find him. You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus.
Focus on the runes.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong. But he was afraid of the dark.
Focus now.
It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce of his strength. He clung to the doorframe, but it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
What's that sound? They're coming for me!
You're dying. It's too much.
Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you. Why are you?
What's that voice?
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him.
Dillian?
Go to him.
Dillian doesn't sound...
He's trying to save you. There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Let it see you.
It is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find
Focus.
it.
Focus.
Ah.
Focus. Focus. Run. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua. You don't run. You saw it. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to find
Where's your sword? What shall I do? Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying.
the light?
Go towards it. Focus. Focus. One has to find one more. One
Dance.
Find the other symbol. You're lost.
Look at him. Where is he?
Focus. See it. You've got them. Where's the door?
Find a way out.
Find the gate.
Get out. Run.
Run.
Look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
They're coming in to fight.
There it is. Huh? It's close. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Send one. You don't run. Your sword. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to fight?
Where's your sword?
Are you going to defend yourself? What is that creature?
You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. It's Dillian. Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where are you? You're dying. This is what death feels like.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. Being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
It's dangerous. Don't go near it.
Don't go there.
Don't go too close. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Dillion is in there. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting for you. He always said he's close. He cares about you. Feel he's close. He loves you.
Calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here.
Dillian.
We're nearly here. The gate is there. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillian.
There he is. What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go.
He disappears.
Dillian, don't lose him.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the other world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
the dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
Do you remember what he's gone?
He's in the dark world.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young."
Meeting him beneath the tree.
Oh dear.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her.
She thought she had light within her. She is pure darkness.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
The way
She can
do
get
it.
You're nearly there. She'll find the way.
Out of mistletoe, and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon.
You're still alive and Dillian.
Loki replies,
Doesn't deserve to
here
be
is a
known. How
wand.
does that make you feel?
I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Your curse has claimed Dillian. Poor Dillian. He didn't know. He was kind.
The curse grows.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the
Bet
things
you
she
can't.
loves. She destroys the things she loves.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit,
You have no
sending the
chance
dead to hell.
Nobody will love you again.
But even so,
ever
the
again.
gods cannot accept his death.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian.
Kill the things that are most precious.
She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love.
What does it feel like to be in love?
But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Do you remember the way
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave.
Do you feel safe?
Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
to set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall when these trials mean nothing. Why didn't you listen to me? Laughing at you and it always no closer to Dillian. That was Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle? And now the darkness is swallowing you both. He was kind to her.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
They're a trick.
The gods were lying.
If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the real world.
The gods are right, but it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language, you don't understand.
Zinbel was right.
You're wasting time. He saw the world. What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. You think she...
They mean nothing.
Special.
The gods are just... What if the gods are laughing?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be...
First time.
Dillian!
Be very, very careful.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly,
Do it.
the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
That's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to it. He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you and Only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is
Killing
this the
you would
price
be
you pay
too
for the
easy.
gift you have?
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from
The gift that makes you feel special in
Disappearing
life.
one memory at a time.
Just
Every
another
time you
part of the
remember,
person you
it
love.
disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories of ghosts.
I
They
live
belong
for
to
the
the
world
gods,
to
not
protect
you.
you
They're
from it.
eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul. They want to crush it. They want your body. They want your soul. They want your mind, and they're going to take it. The memories were yours, but they're the gods now. Nothing is yours anymore. Dillian's disappearing with your memories.